come here. No, come closer. So two things need to happen before you watch this review. We're going to talk about Patriots Day. Number one, you need to make sure you watch this thing all the way to the end. Number two, if you agree or disagree with anything I say, then you need to leave a comment. Let's talk about Patriots Day.
Barside movie reviews.
Alright guys, so listen, before we jump in, I'm just going to tell you that this was a movie that I was not super excited to see. When I saw the trailer for it, I wasn't thinking, oh wow, this thing looks awesome. But I was excited to see Wahlberg and Peter Berg work together because I like the stuff that they've done in the past together. I like Lone Survivor that they did in the past together. But I was completely blown away by how much I liked this movie. Took me completely by surprise. So if you're not familiar with what Patriots Day is about, it is about the Boston Marathon bombing that happened in 2013. And what makes this movie so powerful is the way that this story is told. So the narrative in this film is part of what makes the story in this film so powerful. And part of that is we don't just get one perspective. You might think about a movie like this and think the bulk of what you are going to see is law enforcement chasing after those that committed this heinous act of terrorism. But that's not what you get. You get multiple perspectives of those who have been impacted by the event. So one of the best things this movie does is that it does give you the perspectives of multiple people that were impacted by this event. And I think that is excellent because remember that this is a real event that affected real people. It affected the Boston PD, but not just the police department. It affected those that were there at the time that the bombs went off. It affected the FBI that came in. It affected the governor. It affected multiple people, and this movie does a really good job of portraying that, and I love that about this film because there were many people that were impacted by what happened at the marathon that day, and it just does an excellent job of giving you all of these different perspectives and seeing how this singular event has really not only impacted the whole of Boston, but also individual lives as well. And it just tells so many different stories of strength and courage in this film from so many different perspectives. And in a sense, the city itself is personified as it really does come alive to be a part of the investigation of finding out who these people were that committed this infraction. But it's also interesting that this movie also tells you the story of how this event has impacted the bombers themselves and the people who knew them and the people who had interaction with them. So it does a really good job of painting a very broad picture of how this event has impacted individuals as well as agencies. The movie does such a powerful job of telling this narrative. So I also love the camera work in this movie. I thought it was phenomenal. This is an example of visual storytelling to me at its best. And what I liked about this was that to me, no shot in this film felt wasted. I didn't look at any shot in this film and think like, well, why did you show that angle? Every shot had its purpose. Every shot was step by step in line with the script and helping to tell the story. It's really impressive. And for those of you guys who might not notice it, when you see a movie like this, it is the camera work that also helps to heighten your emotions, to control how you feel in this movie. And Peter Berg and the cinematographer do a great job of doing this. It's the work of the camera in this movie along with the acting that really does heighten your emotional state and kind of regulate it throughout the film. Excellent job with that in this movie. You guys, I really don't have anything bad to say about this film, and I'm not going to try and dig to find something. I really loved every aspect of this movie. I think that you will enjoy it too. Guys, I am giving Patriots Day an A+. Please go out and see this movie. I promise that you will enjoy it. Guys, thank you for sticking around to the end. As always, you know I appreciate it. Please hit that circular button and subscribe if you like this review, and give it a thumbs up and comment. Let me know what you thought about this film. I was thoroughly impressed by Patriots Day. Thanks again, you guys, and with that, I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.